Hi, I'm Slavik with iDrinkCoffee.com. Today I'm presenting the Mazzer Robur S. The S version is a new offering from Mazzer that upgrades a legendary grinder, the previous Mazzer Robur, which is a very well-known grinder. It's used around the world, and it's known for its reliability and its incredible high-volume output. To demonstrate this grinder, I'm going to go over the features, I'm going to show you how to program it, and then we'll also do a dosing consistency test where I'm going to weigh the doses to make sure they're consistent from dose to dose. Aside from its sleek new look, the Robur S also has a number of new features and new technologies. I'm going to go over some of those. First, I'll start with the hopper. The hopper has been redesigned, and again, the changes are only aesthetic, but it does look very nice. This is a 1 kilogram hopper, so it fits about 2.2 pounds or 1 kilogram of coffee. Below here, we have the grind adjustment mechanism, and this is radically changed in this version of the grinder. And I'm going to discuss the details of how it's changed once we take this grinder apart so you can really see for yourself. Here we have the interface, and that's where we set our grind time. Now we have 3 different settings, so 1, 2, and 3. You can set 3 different time settings, of course, here. There's also a Wi-Fi connection, which can be used to monitor the grinder and how much coffee it's ground. Below that, we have Mazzer's famous cyclone chute, and this is designed, again, to, when the grinder is grinding coffee, to make sure that the coffee goes into the center of your portafilter. And below that, we find the forks, which have also been redesigned, and these are really great. They hold the portafilters very well. They can be adjusted, and we've tested it with several different types of portafilters. Right here, for example, I've got a bottomless, and it slips right in, and it's held into place very easily and very securely. It's not going to fall. You can press your button, grind, and then go do something else if you need to do something for a few seconds. Here we see the main control of the Robur S, and it's been completely redesigned. It's a much sleeker look. It's also on this little hinge here, so if I want to move this aside to access the chute, I can do that. I will say there's a finger guard in here, and that's of course for safety, so you do have to remove the 2 screws if you want to clean the chute. And of course, if you do that, you have to unplug the grinder first for safety. I'll put that back. And the most common programming that you're going to do on this type of grinder, of course, is to change your dose timing. And to do that, it's very, very simple. I just press the menu button. The first option is grind settings, so I go into there. My dosing time. And then you have the 3 different options here, your single, double, and triple dose. I'm going to change my single dose, and currently it's at 1.50 seconds, and the adjustment, as you can see, is in 1/100th of a second, which is very, very precise. I had it at 1.50. I'm going to change it, let's say, to 1.95. In order to save it, I press the menu button again, and now I can exit, and you can see that my single dose is at 1.95 seconds. You can use that procedure to change all 3 settings. There are a number of other features inside the menu. You can change the language. You can also see a history of your burr changes, things like that. That's all covered in the manual. I'm not going to go into that detail in this video. The next feature I'm going to show you is actually the biggest innovation that we've seen in this grinder and the biggest change, and that's the grind adjustment mechanism and the grinding chamber. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to disassemble the grinder to show you exactly how it looks and what the change is like. And in order to do that, what I've done is I've actually ground any of the remaining coffee outside of my chamber. I've closed my hopper door here, so no more coffee goes into the chamber. And of course, I'm going to turn off the grinder and unplug it for safety. And now I can remove my hopper. There's just a screw back here that keeps it in place. I lift it, and I'm going to put it aside. And in order to access the burrs, there's 4 little screw covers here, which I've removed already. And the screws are just Allen screws. They're removed with an Allen key very easily. You just untighten them. With the 4 screws removed, I can lift the burr chamber and expose this chamber here. And you can see this is where the coffee is ground. This is the inner burr, which is the cone burr, and that's the one that actually moves. It's powered by the motor. And then the top burr is right here. And this is what's really new on this grinder. On previous versions of Mazzer grinders, we had, in order to expose the grind chamber, we unscrewed the top burr, which was on a very fine thread, And the problem with that was that that thread would get coffee in it and it was very difficult to clean. This is all self-contained. The burr's right here, and if I need to change it, you see these are the 3 holes. I mean, they're covered with coffee, but I can remove that coffee and change this burr. And then when I put this back, my grind setting is unchanged. And also I don't have to worry about cleaning the threads or anything like that. I can just clean my grind chamber, clean the burr, and then get back to grinding very, very quickly. Another brand new feature that Mazzer has introduced with this version of the Robur S is what they call the grind flow control system. And what that basically is you can change the clump crusher or the gate inside the chute very easily. You remove this pin here, just comes right out, and then you can take the entire chute out, and you'll see inside the chute, that's the gate in there, and that's what kind of gets rid of clumps and makes sure your coffee comes out nicely. The one that comes in there is what they call their hybrid version, but there's actually 2 different ones you can put in for different environments. We have the anti-clumping for if you have a lot of clumping, that's usually in areas that have high relative humidity, or what they call the anti-dust or the anti-static system, and that's for areas with low relative humidity or areas where static is a problem. You can change it, and this is very innovative, and this comes with the grinder. It's very simple to change, of course, and to put back. I just slip this back into place and put the pin in. And then once I put on my top, I'm ready to grind once again. So now I've reassembled my grinder, and what I'd like to do is a dosing consistency test. So I'm going to grind 5 consecutive doses into a basket, and I'm going to weigh the results. So as you can see, I've got my basket tared, and I'm going to grind out some doses. My grind time is 2.75 seconds. I've got it set to an espresso consistency. My first dose is 18.3 grams. The second dose is 18.4 grams. Third dose is 18.9 grams. My fourth dose is 18.4 grams. And my fifth dose is 18.7 grams. So you can see our variance was only 0.6 of a gram, which for a grinder that's this fast, that's 2.75 seconds, and with such large bursts is remarkably accurate. The Mazzer Robur has long been a great choice for very high volume cafes. It's known for its ability to grind all day and every day. And the Mazzer Robur S adds a lot of great new features, such as the new adjustment mechanism, the adjustable clump crusher, and the new programming options to an already amazing grinder. If you have any questions about the Mazzer Robur S or any one of our products, please feel free to reach out and ask for help. We're always ready and happy to offer it. Also, if you need help choosing the equipment for your new cafe, contact us. We're also very happy to help with that. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this about coffee grinders, espresso machines, and everything to do with coffee. Thank you for watching and have a great day.